Fantastic. We are live and we are back and better. How's your week been, Mark?
It was going good till about an hour and a half ago. Just cracked the hell out of my phone, man.
No, you did it.
Yeah, I did. Oh yeah, I did.
Oh,
I don't know if you can see it, but
yeah, I
it's
see it.
it's busted,
no
bro.
Case?
I just took this case off a week and a half ago too, and I had it laying flat on the surface I had, and it just slid right off
and landed flat.
Yeah,
or did it land flat or at that corner?
No, it went it slid off and then face palmed straight down.
That's a guaranteed crack.
Yeah, you heard the sound. I was like, this is what it is. I'm gonna get it, put my claim in, get a new one here by tomorrow or Tuesday, so I'll be all right.
Right. Well, announcement. Hoping to do this with everybody on, but nobody wants to show up except for Mark. But the Guardians would like to welcome Mark as an official member of Guardians 615. So my boy's official. We are in.
Thank you.
Wish we had some applause. We need us, but nobody wants to be on, so we can't get any applause.
Yeah, I know, right? Slackers.
Right. This is why you're fantastic.
It's an honor and a privilege, man.
Hey, man. I know you'll show up. That's a big thing.
Just present.
But I feel like we got so much to talk about because you talk about March Madness.
It's been what? It's been great.
It's been madness.
It has, man.
So, first of all, who did you make a bracket or did you
I did, and it got trashed immediately as soon as Iowa lost.
Really?
So,
who was your Final Four?
I had Duke. I had Duke winning it all. Duke, Iowa. I don't know who the other two I had. Let me check. They still got it on my phone. Let me look real quick. No, I had Duke and Iowa. Like I said, Iowa just, totally destroyed it. But let's see here. Duke, Baylor, Arizona, and Iowa.
Oh, no Gonzaga?
No, I'm not a believer in them, bro. I'm just not. I'm not a believer in Chet Holmgren, really. It's kind of showing up right now. I mean, let's be real. Memphis probably should have won that game yesterday.
I was pulling for Memphis for sure. I wanted Memphis to win.
Timmy, he's really good, but I don't know. I don't know about Holmgren. He's tall, but he's just too small at the same time, man. He just gets thrown around in there playing against bigger Holmgren.
Oh.
He's just so skinny, man.
Memphis was
they were throwing him around.
Yeah. They were banging in the post.
And he don't like it. You can tell he doesn't like the contact. He doesn't like that. That's not his style. You'll see him. He brings the ball to the court, and he's very finesse.
Right.
It's just so I don't know how he's going to do in the NBA. I mean, he gets down there with Joel or any of those other dudes.
It's going to be tough.
Happen for him. Yeah.
Oh, I think Memphis might be my new favorite college team because, man, you talk about run and gun.
Oh yeah.
That's probably my favorite style of basketball is run and gun, like fast paced. Like they were scoring transition points off of made baskets. That's when
they're at their best.
Yeah, that pace is crazy.
They're not a half set offense, bro.
No.
They got to go, and that's because of their coach too. I mean, their coach is Penny Hardaway. I mean, that's what he was great at when he was in the NBA.
Right?
So.
Yeah. I just love watching. I remember at one point I was like, "Oh my god, they have been like as soon as the rebounds caught Allen, they're going." And I feel like I relate to that because that's kind of the style I played. I was a run and gun guy. If it was a missed basket, I'm gone.
Yeah, fill in your lane, you're out of there.
Yeah, gone. And so whatchamacallit to get, I don't know if they started yet, but to get Miami and
It should be Auburn, correct?
Auburn, bro.
I don't even have my TV on right now. It's a shame.
Yeah, Miami, Auburn, they're getting ready to play. They're getting ready to tip off like right now. Man, I'm a big SEC basketball guy as well as football. So I hope Auburn wins, but I think this is gonna be a good game.
I do too. I think they've all been pretty much great games, except for a few blowouts. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Is there any more
Notre
SEC
Dame,
teams?
Arkansas made the Sweet 16
That's
yesterday.
right. Arkansas. I saw Tennessee lost to Michigan.
Yes, Kentucky got bounced first. Hey, St. Peter's ain't no joke, man. They're not a fluke.
Oh,
In the Sweet 16.
yeah,
They look good yesterday, too.
They
Murray
did,
State.
yeah.
And Murray State's really good, man. That's a good team.
Because I know a lot of people at Kentucky in the Final Four.
Oh, yeah. I stopped believing in them during the SEC tournament. They should have lost to Vanderbilt, and they played Vanderbilt, and then Tennessee beat them, and that's when I kind of fell off them. I was like, yeah, they may be not as good as everyone thinks they are.
Ooh, Arkansas and Gonzaga, bro. I'm telling you,
Arkansas could beat them.
Yeah, I like not seeing upsets, but when I got a feeling for an upset and it happens, and Gonzaga's a good team, but I don't think I see them making it Final Four. So I always try to think, what's the team that's going to knock them off? I thought it was going to be Memphis because first going into halftime, they were up 10 points. And you're talking about they transitioned, they were killing them offensive rebounding. And you're just talking about playing super aggressive physical defense. I was like, oh, Gonzaga's about to be bounced out.
You and me both, bro.
Yeah. But
I thought it was over.
But second half they got their thing together.
Timmy started taking over for him.
Yeah.
He's a good post, man. He really is.
Yeah, he was balling out. But now I look at Arkansas and I'm like,
Arkansas can get him. Arkansas the same way as Memphis, man.
Yeah.
They get up and down the court. They're aggressive. They're physical. So.
Yeah, so Michigan State lost. Oh yeah, that was earlier today. I was watching that Duke beat. Man, I need to start keeping, because I don't start keeping up with teams till like later, basically till the tournaments. I need to start keeping up with college basketball like mid-season, because that dude for Duke, it's like, because now when I'm talking about Duke, I don't know their names. I remember their numbers. I think he's the point guard, shifty dude's like super shifty.
Oh yeah, I don't know his name either.
Dude's a monster.
Mitchell will probably be screaming at me right now.
Oh yeah,
the only guy I know is Ben Chero or whatever that guy is. He's raw. He's a monster.
Mitch would know his name.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be screaming in his car tomorrow when he listens to this.
It'll be interesting. Arizona and TCU, and Arizona would play Houston if they win that one.
Hey, I like Houston, man. I think they're a sneaky Final Four. I thought that when the tournament started. I didn't pick them to go to the Final Four, but it wouldn't surprise me if they made a run to it. They're sneaky good. Speaking
of, because Houston beat Illinois at Illinois chat game.
Dominated them. Hey, that was sad, man.
1 point.
They had him beat. Finis, they had him down by like 18 at one point. And Illinois came back. I think Chat was winning the whole game. Like had to lead the whole game till the final 15 seconds of the game.
And that's tough. But yeah, Houston did dominate Illinois for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And Houston dominated UAB. I think I watched that one too. I did watch UAB.
And that's after they got done dominating Memphis in their conference championship game.
Oh, that's right. They did Memphis, solid team. Yeah.
They're good.
I think Houston, they could be a dark horse Cinderella. Nah, maybe not Cinderella.
Yeah, they're a 5 seed. So a lot of people know them.
Yeah,
they're not nobody picked, including me. I didn't pick them to go to the Final Four. I mean, I picked Arizona. So but it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
I said that at the beginning.
Dark horse pick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the rest of these games for today at least. Texas and Purdue play today. I don't know.
Yep. That's the late night game, I think.
Yeah. 7:20. Is that
Okay.
our time?
Is that Eastern?
It
Might be
doesn't.
Eastern.
It doesn't say. It might be my. I'm
It
Central. It might be my local time.
it might be Central. It probably is. Are you looking on like ESPN.com or something?
No, it's just the. It's just like on Google. If you type in the March
Oh,
Madness,
okay.
and I just go to the bracket format.
Yeah, 7:40 Central. So yeah, the late game is TCU Arizona. Okay.
What time does that one start?
8:40.
Oh yeah, I see. Oh, bad because I'm gonna have some
Iowa
pizza
State.
tonight.
Iowa State might be upset in Wisconsin. They're up by 9 with 5:24 to go. Wisconsin's only scored 38 points the whole game, but
Goodness gracious. Will this be the most up? Because I know last year there was the most upsets in college basketball history. This year it might be pretty close. Because you
yeah,
get
I can't remember. I know who won last. It was another 15 that won last year, like St. Peter's. So you had that team. They made it all the way to Sweet 16.
Yeah, I forget who
I forgot
it
who
was.
it was. Yeah, I do too. But they were a 15, and they made the Sweet 16.
Shit, you got a Michigan's 11th in their Sweet 16.
Yep. I see. I don't like that because you consider it an upset because they're 11th and they had to do a playing game. But I mean, it's still Michigan at the end of the day,
Yeah,
right?
it
I
was
mean,
solid. Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's not like IUPI or some something stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, the rankings, it's all about who you've played and with the schedule. So like you could be 11th seed in a harder conference and could beat,
I mean, the Big Ten was a slaughterhouse this year.
Oh,
I mean, all of them were good. I mean, I think they had the most teams get in.
Oh,
if I'm
really?
not mistaken. Oh, yeah, I think so. Let's see. Purdue, Michigan State, Illinois, Iowa, Ohio State. I know I'm missing more. Of course, Michigan. What is that, 6-7 right there?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm missing another two. Indiana got in. There's another one. I think damn near half the conference got into the tournament.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. This will be exciting. I'm actually excited because this is probably the most college basketball I've watched in a while. I've literally watched a good amount of games.
Best time of the year, man. It's the best tournament in my opinion. It's the best professional, college, whatever. I think it's the best playoff system, best tournament. You just don't know what's going to happen, man. Right. It's just
so unpredictable.
Yep.
Now, going off of that, but so before we get into NFL, I want to look at NBA stuff because NBA is winding down. They're getting ready to start their playoffs.
Yeah.
So let's look at these standings real quick. Because I've also, so first I'd like to say that Miami, I feel like this is the quietest first seed ever. Because they've been first seed in the East for a good amount of this. And I know early in the season there was like a lot of back and forth because like Miami would be one, Bulls would be one, Nets, and like Bucks. So it was like fluctuating a lot. But the Heat have been first for a few weeks. Then they've been up there for a minute. They're 2 games. They're 3 games ahead of 76ers, which are number 2. So, but it's been quiet. Like, we know Suns have been, Suns have been loud. Everybody knows the Suns are the best team. And then for a moment, the Warriors was, they was making that talk. Mm-hmm. Nobody's talking about the Heat, but they've been sitting at number 1.
It's just typical, really, though. I mean, because they don't have besides Jimmy, and I guess if you want to throw Tyler Hero in there, technically you could, I guess if you want to, but they just don't have these stars or the big. Yeah. I mean, you got the Nets, you got all KD,
like
Kyrie,
the main attraction, like all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you had Ben Simmons up there. Now Philly's got James with Joel, and then of course Giannis. So I mean,
yeah, that makes sense. But this might be the first time in a long time that the East is looking you talk about way more. I think watching the East play was going to be way more entertaining than watching the West because you got
I agree.
Top 8 goes top 6: Heat, Sixers, Bucks, Celtics, Bulls, Cavs. 7th through 10th is Raptors, Nets, Hornets, Hawks. Then the first 2 out are Wizards, Nets. Dead last is Magic, right? So because you got the play-in tournament. As of right now, it would be Raptors versus Hawks, Nets versus Hornets. I might take the Hawks on that against the Raptors, and for I actually might take the Hawks on that against the Raptors. Nets Hornets, I'd probably go Nets because, that'd be tough because what's his name couldn't play.
Kyrie.
When Kyrie plays, when Kyrie and KD play,
they are unstoppable.
They look good. That team looks like and then you add in Seth Curry, which is
it's an unfair advantage because he's rested because he doesn't play in New York. So with their record, they're going to be the road team.
Oh yeah,
through all series, right? So, all he does is play away games. Yeah, so he plays the first 2 games every series, then he sits 3 and 4. Come on.
Yeah, he's fresh legs. And then, I don't know if Ben's gonna play or not, but if he does, even if you don't have him out there for offense, you talk about an elite defender. He's gonna cause problems.
Right.
He's gonna cause problems for offenses. So that gets interesting there. But you talk about there's not one team I look on the East and be like, oh, it's clear cut. Like who's making to the finals? Because I could see Sixers squeaking. I can see obviously the Bucks, obviously the Bulls. I can see Miami, 76ers, Celtics. Don't know. They're playing better, but in 7-game series, I'm not sure. Same with the Cavs. They're playing well. 7-game series, I'm not sure. Super interesting. Now, over to the West. Suns first.
Suns or Warriors.
Grizzlies second. Warriors third. Jazz fourth. Mavs fifth. Nuggets sixth. 7th, it goes Timberwolves, Clippers, Lakers, Pelicans. Then 11-12 is Spurs, Trailblazers. Here's the thing. You got, as of right now, if the play-in were to start, Timberwolves play the Pelicans, Clippers play the Lakers.
Ooh. I'm taking the Clippers.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's a tough matchup.
I'm taking the Clippers, and I'm a Lakers fan. So
here's my caveat. Here's my caveat. If they were to play today, it would start. I take the Clippers. If AD comes back before that, I would actually take the Lakers. In a 7-game or not 7-game series, and a best 2 because Lakers they're a lower seed. They'd have to win 2.
Yeah.
So I think Lakers could win 2 with a healthy AD. LeBron, he needs to do whatever he's been doing this whole year. The same thing. You get AD come out, and I don't even think AD needs to go stupid, but if he gets you 18, 20 points and 12 boards, because defensively, rim protector, he's gonna play defensive. Like he's a factor. He's gonna alternate shots.
Right.
And look, I'm a Westbrook fan. So I gotta defend him, and I'm gonna mention him. He's been playing so much better the last few games. Last couple of weeks, he's played so much better. Not only that, he had a clutch 3-pointer. He's been shooting 11% from the 3. Okay, I can't argue against the numbers. He hit a clutch 3-pointer to get the Lakers into overtime, tie the game, for them to proceed to get the dub. Say what you want, he's playing better. If he can play like that, and he shot field goal percentage way better. I think he was. Let me look it up. All right, because I need to have these numbers.
Do we even think he wants to be there? Do we think he ever wanted to be in LA?
Yes, LeBron. I really think he did. I don't think it just didn't pan out the way that they wanted it. Here we go. The Raptors game. So Raptors game, he went 8 for 18. I'll take it. From the 3-point, 4 for 7 from 3, 2 for 2 free throws. I will take that. And then yesterday, I think he played well yesterday too. He went 10 for 15, didn't shoot any free throws, 2 for 3 from the three. If he can keep that,
Russ.
that's what, bro. If we can just have that, just that, 15.
What's that been for 70 other games?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. If we can just have, 15 shot attempts, that's not bad. He's a high volume guy. But if he's making 8, 9 out of 50, I will take that.
I wonder if it's just not a good fit overall. I wonder because let's be honest. When he was with Thunder, he was the guy. That's why KD left, all that went down that way. And then he got all the volume. He got all the shots. He got all, the one-on-ones. That's LeBron's territory. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like when it comes to guys when it comes to superstars playing on the same team, I feel like a lot of times we don't give them enough credit. People are like, oh, two superstars can't play well together. Let's be honest.
That's true.
Yeah, if guys want to win, they'll do what they need to do to win. I think Russ knows he wasn't gonna be like a triple double for the season average guy because they don't need him to do that. I feel like a lot of time with OKC, he had to do all of that. Now maybe with KD,
I agree.
Yeah, with KD Harden, he probably didn't have to, but with the Wizards, he had to average a triple double.
Oh, I agree, and I'm wondering if that's kind of why. Maybe that's
you're talking about that style of play.
Yeah, it gets him into the flow. He's, he gets comfortable. He starts knocking down shots. He gets into the flow of the game better.
Yeah,
with volume.
The chemistry, the style of play. Yeah, I do agree that. But that's why I always defend him because he's been on a different team. He's been for the past 4 seasons. He's been with a new team. When it comes to building chemistry, if you go to a team, they need you to change your play style a little bit. They still want that high motor Russ. But if you got to change your game a little bit to accommodate this team, it might take more than a season to get it down pat. People think it's going to happen right now. You got to remember when LeBron went to Miami that first year, it didn't click all the time with all 3 of those guys, with everybody. It took them a year. Now, obviously, they still played well, but that chemistry that we saw that next year, that wasn't there the first year. Everybody wants this right now, but I agree with what you're saying because yeah, it's different, but I feel like he's just having just one of those years where his shots are just not falling.
Yeah.
I want to say this, but it's going to sound blasphemy, but I think keeping Russ till next year wouldn't be that bad of an idea.
Because I don't disagree with it. I don't think they have a choice. I don't think they have a choice, though, Finis, honestly.
You don't think they can trade for him?
No, I don't think they get anything worth their value. For anything.
Well, what did make sense is the Rockets offered John Wall for Westbrook. If you're looking at Westbrook and with the negativity, I thought that would have made sense if you were gonna trade. That's not for John Wall.
I think it was just John Wall himself, Russ plus draft picks and maybe another player or something. So I think that's why they backed out. I think I read that their GM or their president of operations or whatever said.
On the outside looking in, to me, that's still not a bad. Even if it's just a player for player trade.
Right, you're going for a championship. You have LeBron.
I thought if you're in that position where, because the media they're making it seem like they were trying to do whatever they can to get rid of Russ. John Wall for Russ, I didn't think that would have been a bad idea if you were gonna trade him, because John Wall, he's not gonna give you 20. He's not gonna average 25, but we know he's a better shooter. If that's why because everybody's trying to get rid of Russ because his terrible shooting. Right. John Wall can shoot significantly better than Russell Westbrook, career-wise. But I'm gonna defend Russ till I die. I think if they give him till next year, I think they figure it out this offseason. He's having just one of those years. I'm hoping that once playoffs hit, he plays way better, or plays way better from now till whenever the exit is.
Right.
We'll see. But you got Warriors coming out the West.
It's either the Suns or the Warriors, man. I don't think there's any competition for either two of those teams in that.
Not even Grizzlies?
No. And listen, I love Ja Morant like anybody else does. He's a phenom. He's the future, right? He's a baller. He's ridiculous. He's Ja Morant. I just don't think they have a good team. I'm not saying they're a bad team.
Right.
I just don't. In a 7-game series.
Right. So that's the thing.
Versus
7-game
Steph
series.
and Clay or Devin Booker and all them boys in Phoenix.
Right.
I just don't see that. I don't see them winning a 7-game series against those guys. I just don't. And it's not a slide against the Grizzlies. What they've done this year is awesome.
But you think they got Western Conference Final potential and just taking the L in the Western Conference Final?
Yeah, I mean, I think they could get there. It depends on, matchups, right?
Matchups, yeah. Because as of right now, they would be playing against, let's just say, the play.
I mean, wouldn't they have to play the Warriors though? Is that be
eventually if they'd play them in the second round?
See, and I mean, I just think that's just too much to ask of them. I mean, they're young. They've never been there before. That's another thing. Ja's never been there before. Sometimes I'm not saying he would, play bad or anything, but it's a whole different thing.
Oh yeah, play totally different beast. Different.
It's just so much different. But yeah, I just don't think anybody. And then you're going to get a legendary Western Conference Finals between those two, and whoever wins that wins the finals, in my opinion.
I would not be mad at Miami winning this year. I think it's far-fetched. I think it's going to be a pretty far-fetched to say Miami's going to win because, again, nobody's talking about Miami, but I would be perfectly okay with Jimmy Butler finally getting that ring.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get a ring. No doubt.
Jimmy, Bam, all those guys. I would be okay with that. But Jimmy would have to play like that. Remember that one game last year or the year before when they were in the finals? He played all 48 minutes.
Yeah, that's against the Lakers, yeah.
Oh.
And the bubble, yeah.
The dude was a beast.
Yeah.
I feel like he gained so many people's respect for that, bro. You could see him. Oh, yeah.
He had to. He had no choice. They even given them a chance of winning that series.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they won that game too. I think it was
they did. They did.
Yeah. They won 2 games that series, I believe.
And there's that picture of him leaning over the thing like this. Like, I'm like, dude, this dude's a dog, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to win so bad. I love it. That's why he's one of my favorite players of all time. Favorite players. All righty. Now that you got anything for basketball? Because next we're moving on to that NFL. When you talk about these teams have made some moves today.
Man, what an offseason so far. I don't think in my lifetime I've ever seen this many superstars and just grade A talent move.
Oh yeah.
Like this. It's just crazy. Everyone's moved.
Now let me pull up my NFL.
Devontae. Sick, bro.
We can start there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to bring you all the sports NFL news that you guys have missed this past week. So one of the biggest, there's so many big stories, but one of the big ones is Devontae Adams, receiver for the Green Bay Packers, has been traded and is now with the Las Vegas Raiders. Not only that, his contract was fat, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. He's the highest paid receiver in the league by a lot.
5 years, $140 million.
Yeah, it comes out to 28.2 per year, AV. So he's the highest paid receiver. Yeah. He has set a new market for receivers, which is a dangerous territory because in the next few years you're going to have one that's all right. Well, I want 30 million because Devontae's got 28. And then it's just going to snowball. And then eventually receivers are going to be making $40-50 million a
year. Yeah. It's crazy. Because the QB contracts are already just
they're stupid.
Out of this world. And now receivers are, rightfully so, because, it's pretty safe to say he's the best receiver in the NFL.
Oh, easy.
It's safe to say. So, but here's the crazy part. So now there's a lot of stuff, going on behind the scenes we don't know because report came out that the Packers were willing to pay the same amount that Raiders were going to pay, but he said, "I just want to play for a different team."
Yep, I saw that report too. Yep.
I don't know if that's a shot at the organization or because you know him. We all figured that him and Aaron Rodgers had that type of if he stays, I'll stay, and he knows Rodgers was signing that.
And I can't believe, and there's no way. And I thought to myself, there's no way this man, Aaron Rodgers, signed that extension knowing Devontae was like, I'm gone, dude.
Yeah, it's not going to be there.
Right. There's no way.
Something happened.
I want to know where that got tangled. Because that man, A-Rod signed a 4-year deal. I mean, a 4-year extension.
Long. Yeah,
he's going to retire there.
Yeah. He got paid, though.
Now who's he throwing the ball to? He was always complaining about, I guess. Because Scantling's still a free agent. They didn't re-sign him.
Are they bringing back Cobb?
I'm sure they will. That's his buddy. But, I mean, he's always complained his whole career about weapons. And the best weapon he's had his whole career.
Right. Gone.
Just gone.
I don't know. That's tough.
And the fact the man said, I just wanted to play somewhere else. I mean, why would you lead Aaron on like that, man? Let Aaron go get his somewhere else next year.
I kind of feel like deep down inside, Rodgers didn't want to leave. So here's what I feel like might have happened. I feel like Rodgers might have talked to Devontae, behind the scenes before he signed, like, hey, so I'm probably thinking about signing. Or Devontae might have reached out and be like, hey, I know your contract's coming up, but I want to go somewhere else. So I feel like they might have talked to where, hey, I'm not gonna be here. So if you want to make a move, make a move. And I feel like Rodgers or whoever was probably just like, oh dang, do what you gotta do, but I think I'm gonna stay. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's tough though.
It's tough to think that's what happened just because it's all the past crap for the last his whole career. He's always complained they didn't draft a receiver for him. They didn't draft a tight end. They didn't draft weapons for him. And the best weapon they ever got for him gone a week later after he resigned. That's just crazy.
And it's a reach. It's a reach for sure. But
what a division that is going to be, though. AFC West. Oh my God.
So because that's the
Chargers loaded up. Russ went to Denver. I mean,
it's Denver, KC, Raiders, Chargers.
That's the best division in football. Period.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, Herbert. Then
Russ.
You got Russ and Carr with Carr, the best receiver in the league.
Not only that, the Chargers are like, okay, what were we bad at last year? What kept us out of the playoffs? Our defense. Let me go trade and get Khalil Mack. Let me go get J.C. Jackson. Let me go get J.C. Jackson, the best corner in the game. Let me go get him.
I forgot about Khalil Mack to the Chargers.
Now you got Khalil Mack and Bosa. Oh, come on, man.
That's right.
Come on, man. Come on. I don't listen. This might sound blasphemous, and people might hate me for saying it. The Chiefs might not make the playoffs this year, man. They might not.
They're gonna have to work for it this year for sure.
They might finish. They could easily finish fourth in their division. Any of these teams could. Obviously, it's going to happen that way anyway.
Somebody's going to finish fourth. Yeah.
That division, they probably could have a team finish fourth that could probably win 9.
Yeah. Still have a pretty good record.
10 games.
Yeah. And still finish last in the division. That's a tough division. And then speaking of linebackers, Von Miller signs a 6-year extension to Bills Mafia, which was him. So there's 2 things that kind of threw me off with his contract. No, fantastic. Yeah. 2 things that threw me off with his contract. One, his problem with the Broncos, and then he got traded to the Rams, and there's talks of him retiring after this year. It's going to depend on how the year went. So I'm thinking, and so when they win, they're talking about the running back. because Aaron Donald said he'll be back if they keep like the core of the team together, or if they try to keep as many people on the team as possible. He's going to come back, or if as long as the coach is there, you know what I'm saying? As long as the right people stay, they'll run it back. Same with Von Miller talking about some run it back, right? So
yeah,
sign the contract somewhere else. Okay, all right. You know, for one, that money, because he makes him the highest paid linebacker in the game.
It makes him his age too.
He'll be the first non QB NFL player to make over 200 million career earnings.
Wow.
So far.
He deserves it. I mean, he's very good at what he does.
He graded out at 97% at the end of the season. So he played fantastic this year. Graded out over 90. Graded out as an A. But it threw me off because oh snap! I thought he was going to resign. Because if I thought he was going to resign anywhere, it'd be the Rams, or if not, he's just going to retire. Right. But again, he's talking about retiring. Then he signs a 6-year extension or
$120 million.
I was like, 6 years.
Yeah,
he's just talking about retiring.
He's going to retire definitely on that contract.
Oh yeah. I don't think he finishes it. I think he ends up retiring before he finishes.
You think so, or do you think they trade him once he starts? I mean, he's aging. I mean, he's old. I'm not gonna call a man old, but he's definitely, for his position, he's definitely old.
Yeah, I think
I mean, he's been in the league, what, 10 years?
Yeah, he's been in the league for a minute. I think he retires either 4 years in, maybe with 2 years, or maybe 4 or 5. So with like a year or two left on his contract, I think he'll retire. But I don't. If he finishes his contract, I will be impressed. Just for him lasting 6 more years in the NFL playing linebacker. Playing linebacker.
Right.
But I mean, fantastic team because
they're
Josh Allen, you're talking about a baller.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Oh, another, probably the biggest headline of this past week. Deshaun Watson signs a 5-year, $230 million contract with the Cleveland Browns.
It's just insane.
How much of it was guaranteed?
I did about what 100.
Was it 150, 140 was guaranteed?
I think it was around there, yes. I want to say 150, but I could be wrong.
Regardless, it's
the compensation they gave up to get him too. Unbelievable.
Oh, I was
three first-round draft picks. Oh my god, they better. They're all in. Oh, they got no choice now, and they got Amari Cooper too. So that payroll is stupid fat. They got to win a Super Bowl in the next 3 or 4 years.
Oh,
and they just have no choice.
Oh, Mark,
I mean, they got no money to put around him now.
No, and here's the thing, Mark. I just looked it up. I double checked because not only is it 230 mil, it's 100%. All of it's guaranteed. Not 140. All of it is guaranteed. It's the highest. It's the biggest, the largest guaranteed contract in league history.
Oh my goodness!
230 million guaranteed.
And you know what though? And I hate to be like this. I'm sure I don't know if you have any friends that are Browns fans or anybody that listens to this as a Browns fan. But wouldn't it be the most Brownsiest Browns thing ever if he flops there and they owe him $230 million?
It would be the definition of
like they are the most cursed fan base franchise ever. And wouldn't it be the most Browns thing ever? Like remember the first year Odell got there and everybody's like, oh, Browns are going to the Super Bowl. They got it. You know, they got Odell, they got Jarvis, they got Baker, they got Chubb, they got everybody. And what happened?
Nothing.
They won like 5 games that year and got donkey stomped in the first game of the Titans. It'd just be the most Browns thing ever. Now, then again, Deshaun Watson is immensely talented. He is a superstar.
Yeah,
if anybody could take them to the promised land, it's him.
He's the year before all the drama happened, he led the league in passing yards. You're talking about a top 5 quarterback before the drama happened.
Easy.
But here's what's super interesting because I was having a conversation about this one is so obviously legally criminally, he's not a liability criminally because there's no charge.
There's no criminal charges.
There's no criminal charges, right? So criminally, he's not a liability, but I believe he's still facing some civil suits. So everybody say there's gonna be a suspension that comes once they figure out all this stuff. There's gonna be a suspension that comes with
he might not even play this year again.
That's what I thought. Or that's what I was thinking, like, okay, why would they get him if they're, there's gonna be some type of suspension where it's 6 games, 8 games, or the whole season or whatever. There's gonna be some type of discipline that's gonna happen. So so I was like, because people are like, oh, they're not actually gonna play him, they're just trading him for this. I was like, no. They dropped $230 million. They actually intend on him.
I can't believe that's guaranteed.
You don't just sign a guy for not only 5 years, not only $230 million, but for 5. You don't sign a guy for 5 years for almost $250 million to just not really play him. No.
Oh God!
At some point, he's going to be leading his team in games. But
insane.
What's even more insane is I assumed Baker Mayfield was a part. Like when I saw the thing, I was like, "Oh, they're trading Baker Mayfield, Deshaun with other stuff." I knew it was gonna be other stuff,
right?
But I just assumed Baker. You got Baker Mayfield.
Makes sense. It's a quarterback.
Right,
you got to.
Right. Yeah. There's no good. But the Texans literally said, "Nah, fam, we don't want Baker. Y'all got it.
We're good with Davis Mills. Yeah,
right. We'll just take some picks. How about that? We don't want Baker." I'm like,
I know all the Colts. Listen, because that's where he's going. He's going in. It's going to happen. That's where he wants to go.
But you saw they declined his request for a trade. It's getting weird. You're talking about for a specific team.
They declined it when Deshaun told them he wasn't going to come to them. The first time. Right.
Like, no, we can't get this. Okay.
But as soon as that Deshaun said, okay, I'll come, then they're like, okay.
So basically when Deshaun saw Mark Cooper was headed there, he's like, I'll waive my no trade.
Or they said the fact that they probably $230 million guaranteed. He probably wouldn't care if he was playing with a sack of potatoes out there.
Oh, I would. First of all, he had all this drama.
Guaranteed.
He had all this, which in his perspective, he had all this drama because now people were at, a year ago, it's like, will he even play again in the NFL? There's a good chance he gets locked up. There's a good chance
he goes jail. Yeah,
he goes jail. Even if he doesn't, there's a good chance that because of all these allegations, nobody's gonna want him. He's done. But then once you come off,
because it always carries that baggage.
Yep. Right. Once you come off of all of that to $230 million fully guaranteed.
Okay, I'll
come. It's a win-win. Even if he goes and doesn't play a down of football, they gotta pay him $230 million.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a weird situation with the whole Baker because now, if Baker, let's say, just play devil's advocate. Let's say Baker doesn't get traded, period, which wouldn't make any sense. But let's just say that happens. Mm-hmm. Well, because we know Deshaun is going to have to sit some amount of time. Let's say the suspension's for a year. Now, keep Baker for one more year because Deshaun can't play. Which I don't even know if Baker would even play under that circumstance.
He probably wouldn't.
He probably says like, no, I'm not playing. But I don't know. They're obviously going to trade him. At least that's what we think. Sometimes
I think he's going to the Colts. That's where he says he wants to go. And honestly, I'm here for it. And if I was a Colts fan, I'd be pissed. Not that Carson Wentz is great, but he's a lot better than Baker. I'll tell you that right now. They got rid. I think he is. I think Carson's better than Baker for sure.
Wait. Hold up now. Wait a minute. Because if I remember correctly,
with all his flaws, Carson put up good numbers this year.
Hey, no, wait a minute now. You forget. I had to look up because I remember these. Carson's not at the Colts anymore.
No, he got traded to the Commanders, Washington. Yeah.
Right. So I see why he wants to go to the Colts because that core QB position is basically he goes there, he's gonna get.
Yeah, it's his. Yeah.
But here's what I will say with the Colts style of ball, I think Baker fits the system better than Wentz because it's basically a Titans.
That's true. I will agree with that. Yeah,
with the heavy run game, I feel like it's going to be easier for Baker because they'll be banking off teams falling for the play action.
I agree with you because that's what he did with the Browns with Nick
pretty
Chubb
much.
and Kareem. Yeah, I
Right,
agree.
essentially. And I think
But he
Colts probably
sucked at that.
Colts have a better defense, so it might pan out to work a little better. But again, I feel like he's going to end up in the same. He might just end up in the same position. Man, yeah, NFL's going to be interesting. You got Russell Wilson with the Broncos, and you got my boy Drew Lock with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you, I'm a defend.
I tell you what, I think Seahawks won that trade because they got 2 first-rounders in there too, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
And they got Drew, and they got Shelby Harris.
Did they get the tight end?
They got Noah Fant.
Yeah.
He's going to be a good player to build around.
And, I'm obviously going to defend Drew Lock till the day I die because that was my quarterback in college. So you talk about arm talent. He's got it. I'm telling you, he's the type of guy, if he gets one more shot, he's going to show everybody that he's a starting quarterback in the NFL.
I didn't think he was terrible.
I
thought he looked – I mean, the last game I watched him play was that last week versus the Chiefs when they should have beat the Chiefs. I thought he played great.
Yeah. Defense. But, I'm so excited for the NFL. But now let's talk about our team because they're making some moves, but we let go of that. So basically, we're going to pick a DB.
We were both wrong on that.
Yeah. Because then they let go of that corner.
Jackrabbit, yeah.
So they're
let go of Jackrabbit, Julio, and Roger Saffold. Those were the 3 big names they let go of.
So we signed Robert Woods, which is, I think,
that's a big get.
Yes. If you let go of Julio and you get a guy like Woods, okay, I'm cool with that.
Perfect player for our offense. He's the best run blocking receiver in the league. He can run, he can catch, and he's a team first guy. He is perfect.
So I like that move. Now we let go of the DB. So now I'm like, okay, are we picking an offensive line or are we picking a DB in our first round? I don't know what we're doing.
Honestly, bro, I would say I wouldn't even do that. I've stuck by my guns on this, even with the addition of Bobby Trees. I think if John Mechie or Jameson Williams is there at 26, you got no choice. You have to take one of them. You have to, especially Williams, because Williams is a game breaker. Because he can just go, man.
Well, which dude is that?
They both played at Alabama.
John
Mechie and Jameson Williams. They both blew out their ACLs. Jameson Williams did it, I think, in the national championship game. Yeah. In that first quarter.
You're talking about the receiver.
Yes.
Because I know him by number. Numbers
it's number 6 and number 8, I think, is Mechie's number.
Bro.
Them boys can ball.
Bro, what?
If they
you still think you go for that, even though you signed Wood? Really?
Yes, bro. Listen, if neither one of them tore the ACL, both of them going in the top 10. Easy money. Maybe even one of them goes top 5. Might be one of the first receivers off the board in front of Olave. And I like Olave too. I'd take Olave too if he was there. But dude, Jameson Williams, man, he's the perfect slot receiver for the Tennessee Titans because they don't. AJ can boogie, AJ can run, but Jameson Williams can run, and you know what I mean when I say you can run.
Bro, when he turns the corner, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
That dude can flat run.
Yeah, I remember he changed his number. He wore number 6, number 1. I remember.
Yeah.
But right. I know you're talking about now. For college, what's the number? Except for like big name guys. Well, I guess they are big names. I just forgot.
But at the same time, I could easily see them going offensive line first round. But I just don't like taking a guard at that point.
Yeah, because you could get
them down the line. Yeah, you can develop. I mean, you can develop. Offensive line is way easier to develop and get really good at,
right?
Than a receiver.
A game breaker receiver.
A game breaker, an elite receiver in the league. They're only far and few between. They only
Right.
exist from rounds 1 to 2. And after that, they're gone.
Right.
It's just like quarterbacks. You're not going to get an elite quarterback after pick 5. It's over with. The top guy is gone.
Well, yeah, for the most part.
Right.
The majority of them for sure. It's very rare. It's happened, but it's very rare to get them late.
I mean, Pat Mahomes went 11th. He's an exception to the rule, right?
Would you
A-Rod went 20,
would you count Dak? Because he went like 4th or 5th round.
Yeah, I mean, you can throw him in there. I don't know. I have a weird thing with Dak. Like, I want to put him in the elite category, and then I watch him play, and I'm just like, I don't know if I can put him in the elite category.
I respect that. I respect that.
Like, I want to. Don't get me wrong. I want to. I like him. But then I watch him play, and I'm just like, ugh.
That's tough.
It is tough.
Yeah, there's so much stuff that needs to go on for the Titans. I'm the only thing I'm really interested is to see how we draft. I'm gonna I was gonna say I'm gonna be glued to the TV, but I'm probably end up having to work that day. And the draft's like all weekend.
Right.
I'm definitely gonna keep up with their picks though. I
did like what they did at tight end. I think picking up Austin Hooper is a lot bigger signing than people think. Because that dude, when he was in Atlanta and he was the main tight end, dude was a baller. And I remember when he signed because I remember when he was a free agent, the Falcons. I was like, I want the Titans to sign this dude. Right. And he signed with the Browns, but he split time with Njoku. So I mean, he could never really get in the field. But when he was tight end 1, right, dude can ball, dude can play. So that's a major upgrade at tight end.
If I'm the Packers, because Packers got how many first-round picks?
I don't know. How many they get in that trade for Devontae? Just one?
Well, I know one of them was a different year, was it?
I don't know, man. I can't imagine what Aaron Rodgers is thinking right now.
Hang on. So Green Bay Packers trade Devontae Adams for so for this, they got a first round and a second round, 22 overall, 53rd. So you think that obviously taking a receiver first round?
I don't, no question.
Okay.
No question. But now, like I said, you got 3 elite receivers that can go in the first round. You got Olave, you got Williams, and you got Mechie. And I guess you could throw the guy from Georgia in there, Pickens, if you want to, but I don't think he's a first-round guy. They're going to have to take one of them. Mechie and Williams coming off an ACL tear. Both of them.
Yeah.
You ain't going to have them start the year. They need a guy that could come in and play right away. Now. So maybe they go Olave there, probably.
Oh, a lot of stuff going on.
It's wild, man. Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen this crazy of an offseason. So many moving parts, so many superstars getting cut, like a lot of really good players getting cut. And that's the league, and I understand it, but it's just crazy. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, they had the kicker of the decade got cut from the Rams.
Did he really?
Yeah, Hooker or something like that. He was literally voted to the decade team, and he was like a 10-time All-Pro. They released him.
Oh, their punter, yeah, Johnny Hecker.
Punter, not kicker. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
punter.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I was like, whoa, but
yeah,
I don't know, man.
And they trade Bobby Trees. I guess they probably had to do that
for cap space.
Yeah, they're going to try. I mean, obviously, they're trying to get Odell back. I mean, and then they signed Allen Robinson, so they had to move him.
Yeah.
Because him and Allen Robinson play the same position. They do the same thing.
Yeah, I saw a lot of the –
but Allen Robinson's a little better, in my opinion, than Robert.
Yeah, I saw a lot of the waves and cuts and trades. They're saying, oh, this saves them like $10 million cap space. I'm like, okay,
right.
I get it because you're trying to keep – if you can – waive or trade one guy to create enough cap space for 2 additional players,
Right.
It's a numbers game. It makes sense logistically.
Yeah, it's a business. You got to. Yeah,
it's a business for sure.
And then you got to look for good GMs. The old saying, what they say is good GMs, they don't focus on the current season, or they're always looking 5 years down the road,
right?
3 years down the road. Because when they draft and they hit on a draft pick, they know down the road, hey, the Brinks truck's going to come call it.
Right.
It's going to come call it. You got to pay them.
Yeah.
So good GM's always looking, 5 years down the road.
Yeah, because that contract, they either sign it or
deuces. Look what we're about to run into. Hey, Jeffrey Simmons, AJ Brown, you got to pay both of them. They're out there last year of their rookie deal after this.
Yeah. Henry signed the extension, right?
Derek?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Oh, how long was the extension for?
Like 4 or 5 years.
Okay, so he's got a little time, huh?
Yeah, he'll probably be at the end of his career by the time that contract's over.
I hope not. I want him to dominate forever.
Oh, you and me both. I'm hoping I just hope he stays healthy, man. I hope this isn't just a spring of things that just derail him, because what a shame that would be. It'd be like Barry Sanders or Bo Jackson getting hurt in their prime and just being
never the same.
He's never the same, and then having to retire early, and you don't get to see greatness. I mean, greatness only comes around once in a while, man.
Wait a minute now. This contract he signed is not that good for his talent, if I'm being honest.
No, he took less money than Zeke. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 4 years, 50 mils, 12.5 mil a year.
Yep.
You're talking about the best running back in the game.
Yeah, it's a steal for him.
Right. Because his last year's contract's not this, is the 2023. So he'll be an unrestricted free agent in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah, man.
All right. That's all I have. A lot of sports, man. So much stuff's going on. I'm sure there's more stuff's to come with this upcoming week with March Madness, and I'm sure there's gonna be more moves in the free agency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think he's still out there. Odell hasn't signed. Lyle Collins, whatever his name is.
Julio hasn't signed. I heard word on the street is Mr. Brady is trying to get Julio to the Bucks.
That's what I've seen reported, which, you know what? If he went there, that'd be perfect for him, because he's got two studs in front of him, and Evans and Godwin. He doesn't have to carry the load as a number 2. He goes in there like AB, sits down in that number 3 spot, gets the ball every now and then, makes his plays, goes and wins a Super Bowl, rides out in the sunset.
Right. Get that he hasn't won one, has he?
No, he came close. He was part of the Falcons team that blew that 28 lead to Tom in the Super Bowl. Yeah.
He's basically, I don't want to say this, but Megatron 2.0.
Yeah. Oh, I would love for him to come back on a cheap deal for us, but that's not going to happen. So.
But, man, that's all I got. You got anything for the people?
Nah, man.
Fantastic. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to keep y'all up with these sports news, and we appreciate y'all for listening. And so this is Card 65. Hopefully, people, if you're a listener watching, hopefully we can get everybody.
Got some sad news for you. Me and Mitchell will be in Vegas next Sunday. So
no, so that just means Calvin has to get on.
Yeah, we're going down to Vegas Thursday. So
all right, well, that'll be great for.
But I'll be back. I'll be back. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'll be back. We'll be back the following week. So.
All right, bet. That sounds good. This is Guardians at 615. Y'all heard it here first. We are out. I'm gonna chase my